Hey everybody, it's Sonjdradeluxe. Can I go to hell? Yeah. So today we're actually doing a different type of video. We're not doing perfection makeup, we're doing liberating makeup that is not so much technically executed well, but you're just being a free spirit with it, going for a vibe rather than perfection and carrying it with confidence. I think that's a big thing with there being so many different styles out there, but finding your own one that speaks to you is so important. So I'm hoping that this video kind of relaxes you, gets you to be more free-handed with your makeup and not trying to be perfect, more so to how to decorate yourself. So if you want to see how to get this wonky look, then please stay tuned. Okay, so most important thing I want to do today is liberate you with makeup. Now, when I did my little reel, Instagram's little 15-second like quick video thing, I did a very quick makeup, literally took 2 minutes. People were like, wow, put that on YouTube, I wish I could do eyeliner like that and all this stuff, and I'm like, it wasn't even executed well. It was that I was going for more of a vibe than executing something perfectly. Because I see a lot of really perfect, well executed makeup out there, and I can do that, but sometimes my vibe isn't really like that. I almost like more of a little bit of a roughed up or messy look, because that's just who I am. If you're living in your truth and you're doing what's true to you and you feel like a boss in it, then no one can tell you anything, even if it's not perfectly executed. And take the intimidation away from makeup and make it about fun. Two things that stuck out to me. One time I was working at Mac and I was crossing the street downtown and I saw this woman and she had really crazy blue eyeliner, and I thought she just looked so cool. She looked so confident. She was like so comfortable in her skin, and like her whole look was just super dope. It wasn't that it was a perfectly snatched eyeliner, it just suited her. You know that she felt good in it. So I said, hey, I really like your makeup. And she was an older woman, and she's like, you know what, I'm 90 years old now, I don't give a shit, I like my blue eyeliner. And I was like, that's so cool, because I don't think it matters if something's perfect, it just matters if speak to who you are. The second thing is my friend T, who actually edits my videos, love her very much. She was wearing a tube top that had flames on it. I just thought it looked so good. Both of us have really large, like, natural breasts. Hers are bigger than mine and she's shorter, but when you have natural breasts and they're big, like, they don't sit quite the same. So I saw her wearing this tube top and it looked awesome, and I was like, oh, I wish I could wear tube tops, but I can't. I just feel too saggy and like big or whatever. And she's like, you know what, I used to think the same, that I couldn't either, but then one day I was just like, I can. And her tube top looked banging, looked so amazing. But I just thought that was so cool, like deciding one day that you can do something. I feel like being true to yourself, you can execute and do whatever the fluff you want. Just like people wanting to wear tube tops or how your boobs or breasts should look, your confidence will speak louder than that. Her titties were sitting, they looked great, and I wanted to have that type of confidence. It looked really good to me. Same thing with that woman who was 90 with the blue eyeliner out here. She looked freaking amazing. I loved her makeup because of the power she held with it. So anywho, let's get into eyes after that big little spiel, and let's have fun without having any limitations or worrying about perfection. And let's zoom in. So really quickly, I did my skin and my brows mostly because I just did like a 37-minute in detail brow and skin routine. So I thought, oh, you can check that. One thing I'll go over again is I like to take my nose contour color and actually go into my crease. So I'm gonna do that in this video because I like to do it right before I do eyeshadow. And I'm just like darkening my crease. This is my transition color, and I just kind of buff it around all over. Just a quick review, it kind of reflects light the same way skin does, so it is a transition color that will move with you. It's not matte, but it's not shimmery. It has a very fine pearl with a slightly reflective quality, just like skin, how it's not matte. And then I like to take my finger and just give a little swipe up to keep that kind of angle going. ColourPop came out with these really cool pastel pencils. Usually when I do a look like this from freestyling, I'll actually practice it first, or I'll just wing it without explaining, but I thought it might be good for me to do it live so you can see how I like to correct myself or change the vibe or just accept it and roll with it. A lot of people were requesting for me to do my reels look on YouTube, so I'm just gonna do the same thing but in different colors, maybe add a little extra pizzazz. We'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna take the seafoam color, it's called Icebreaker, and this is all that I did. So I tilted my head back, kind of see where your crease folds, like let's say it's there, you can make a marker for yourself if you want. But I pretty much just went from here Oh, this one's not as pigmented, I guess, or it's getting, oops, mixed in with the eyeshadow color, but we're just gonna roll with it. I'm rolling it just above my crease. And from here, just flip, oh, damn. Maybe don't roll it out so much. I rolled it out from there, kind of to meet with my brow. Then you can just kind of thicken it when you want. In the video I didn't, because I was trying to do like a golden hour video, kind of racing against time there, because here golden hour isn't for very long, and it's usually rainy here in Vancouver. Okay, we're committing to this. And then I did do like a little swipe like that and one out again. This is a much different pencil, but it's kind of like a little double wing action. And some products just take a little bit differently over top of makeup. Like I don't really use primers and stuff like that on my eyes for most part. I usually just let it be how it's gonna be and layer it. So let's go for dinner after. This is a little bit, you know, not really dinner makeup, but that's okay. Like I said, if you decide you can, then you sure the frick can, and it is dinner makeup. And just like I've explained a million times with concealer, it's like one of my favorite things because you can go and touch stuff up if it looks a little too messy, you know? Yeah, just kind of freestyling. So then when I've got one eye done, I'll kind of go and like copy the other side, and it might even be in a different range of motion. Let's go here, make a little dot there. This eye folds in a little bit more, but as you can see, the makeup is getting on the liner. So sometimes if you're using a pencil, it's good to just like wipe it off on your hand real quick. It's not 100% perfect, but that's okay. It's pencil. That's the vibe, a little bit roughed up around the edges. And this eye is a little bit smaller, so instead of making that dip, I just kind of made a little line for a little fake dip, you feel me? Cool. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's terrible. But we're gonna rock it with confidence and then it might look cool. So now I'm gonna take the yellow. This time I'm not gonna white it up so much because I realized that maybe that's not the way to go. The yellow looks more like a cream on me, I found. I'm just gonna drag it along my lash line. It's gonna be like almost natural dramatic type of look, I guess, because it's such faint colors, but a pretty extra eye shape. I'll pull that into the inner corner and maybe on the bottom lid here. Yeah, it doesn't break off. I was just winding it up too much, I think. But honestly, most pencils like this, I find in this twist tab will do that if you wind it up too high. So people are being all extra online like, this is the worst. Sometimes a little switch in application, you can still get use out of your product without having to return it or get rid of it. Sometimes it's just an opportunity to play with it a little bit different. Same thing here. And this can be like a little way to kind of correct the top color if you need it. I always think lashes fix everything too. Okay, so we're gonna step out like this. And maybe to be extra, we'll take the blue and let's just, should we go on the bottom or the top? Let's go on the inside line. Maybe it's not different enough of a color, but we'll just leave a little space there. So this is something I'd just be doing like if I'm playing around with what kind of look I want to do for the day. But I usually don't show it because I try to be Miss Perfection out here. I'm just layering it a little bit. Alright, who knows what the heck we're doing at this point. I think we could take like the peach or the lavender. Which one should we do? Let's do the lavender. Put it in the inner corner. Am I even in frame? Probably somewhere. I don't think it was. Yeah, this little lavender in the inner corners here. Yeah, so now that we've got the base in, how we think we want the vibe, let's just snatch it up with some concealer. Maybe one closer to our skin color. So I got the Fenty Beauty 350. Well, let's make this look a little bit more clean. Go from here and just do a little snatchy snatch here. And maybe we'll just open up this little space in here. Oh well, and then maybe let's just like shape this up a little bit. And maybe shade this up a little bit. Blend it in. This I might even recommend if you're doing liner, do your transition shade afterwards, but it just depends on how confident you're feeling. And my whole intention of this was to show that if you have a vibe you want to execute, you can make it work, and that's usually what I do is I start with the base and then try and perfect it. And then, now that it's all kind of sculpted, I can go in with the original shades that we used. They'll probably go on a little brighter just to make those colors a little bit more visible. Now it's taken on a totally different shape. Whoop, a second ago. I mean, okay, that's what we want. Yeah, we didn't do more of the yellow. Okay, we're gonna just let that be for a second. And like I said, we're choosing confidence over perfection. So I don't even know what this look is. We're going for it. This is why I also like to do skin before eyeshadow, is I feel like the skin, the brows create such a vibe before you do your eyes. Like the way I contour and do my brows and frame my face make a difference for how everything else will sit on my face. So I kind of do my contour in the same way that my brows are. I explained it in that long ass video. Oops, I usually wear a headband. Just be careful today. Pulling it upwards. See how I'm gonna do my forehead with. That was a MAC Dark Deep Mineralized Skin Finish. We're gonna use what we contour our nose with, the Pro Fusion Bronze by Makeup Forever. Again, what I said in my other video is when your skin is all the way together, you could put crap on your eyes and it'll look cool still because you've taken care of one thing, and that's skin, which is like the main thing that you see. You could do little squiggles. There's a lot of artists that I follow that aren't necessarily like your traditional, like perfect, bridal type of makeup artist, but I love their makeup because of the way that they style it. So this is kind of like styling something that maybe isn't traditional, but if you want to try something a little new, not striving for perfection, but you know, trying to be a little unique. Take a little blush. I'm just gonna use the same blush, the Peony by KVD Vegan Beauty, in kind of a downward motion in the tops of my cheekbones for a little color, you know. I'm so not used to doing this without my headband, and the hair is getting everywhere. For highlight, I'm gonna use the same highlight as my last video so no one feels like they're being left out of what's the recipe. Don't look way darker now that my hair is this blonde. Do a little light highlight, and then taking the same highlight and going in the inner corners of your eyes. Might even be cute, just drag a little bit over here. Making imperfection work for us. I'm gonna take the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. Make sure your wig's not in it. Just got a little red nose, okay? Confidence over perfection, okay? I should probably fix that though. It's a little messy. So I'm gonna put the Lilly lashes on in Hollywood. Pulling it up on the ends a little bit. Same mascara on the bottom. I know I said I'd do it in between, but I was taking a little bit of time there, so. And then let's do some on the top, because we like to be extra. And so I'm not much of a lipstick girl, but I'm a huge lip balm girl. I'm gonna do the new Fenty Beauty Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm. This one is in, what's this, Pinch Me. I haven't tried this one, but it's a little bit pink. I thought it'd fit the vibe. Yeah, well, I like that. I love these. I always keep the clear one in my car. Alright, I'd usually say let's take off this headband, but I don't have it on. So let's just pretend I have a grand reveal and move on. Alright, so that completes the look. Again, we were focusing on a vibe rather than perfection or execution, just having fun with it. This isn't like a technical makeup artistry type of video so much, but it is just like a be liberated and feel free with makeup. And again, that's something huge that I learned when I worked on counter, is that it doesn't matter what you want to see for other people. You might be like, well, I wish she had this, or if you feel like you wish you would try this or whatever, you can suggest things, but people need to feel good in their truth. But yeah, keep that in mind when you're watching me or anybody else, when you're like, oh, I want their face, cheekbones, whatever size, anything like that. Remember, you're just like cock blocking yourself from celebrating and self-decorating what you already have. Anyways, I hope this encourages you to kind of stop trying to be perfect and just like go for it if you want to. Clean it up with concealer if you need to or not, and you know, embrace what you got going on, because I've literally seen people do band-aids for eyebrows and it's gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow. Love yourself, self-decorate, stay pretty, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Take care.